Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. I hope you are always in a good condition and stay healthy. Okay, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Assahra Karina. I'm from English Literature 2019. And before that, I want to say thanks to my academic advisor, Dr. Abdul Halim M. Hum and Muftihatur Rahma Burhamza, SSM Hum. And also I want to say thanks to my examiners today, Dr. Andes Abdullah M. Hum and Professor Murni Mahmud, SPD M. Hum, PhD. So today I'm going to present my research project entitled Teenagers' Impoliteness in the Digital Age and its Relation to Social Media. We all know in this digital age we are very dependent on internet, especially social media. It is rare among us who don't have social media, especially for teenagers. Now, in the report Digital 2021, the latest insight into the state of digital, it is said that of the total 2,074 million population in Indonesia, 170 around 61.8% of them are social media users, which are dominated by teenagers. Now, in the social media, teenagers feel more free to express their feelings, their thoughts, and also can give comment to another without meeting face to face. But this comment is not always in the positive comment, but also in the negative comment, which is known as impoliteness. According to Culpeper 1996, impoliteness is a negative attitude towards certain behavior that occur in certain contexts, whether it's verbal or non-verbal. Now, talk about impoliteness is not new in this digital age. There are several researchers have discussed about this topic. For example, Amelia Sukmanandara in her journal entitled Impoliteness commenting on Instagram, and also Tria Widyaningsi in her journal entitled Impoliteness realized by social media user in celebrity, and also Indah Permatasari Siahan in her journal entitled Impoliteness Strategies Used by Haters Lady Gaga in her Instagram comment. Now, from the title, it can be seen there are similarity about the topic and talk about impoliteness. But what makes this research are different with the previous research is, in this research is not only focused on one platform, but several platforms, and also explicit on teenagers as the subject of the research. Okay, let's move to the next point is research question. There are two research questions in this research. The first one is what are the impoliteness strategies used by teenagers on social media? And the second one is why do teenagers use impoliteness to others on social media? Now, according to research question, there are also two objectives of the research. The first one is to describe impoliteness strategies used by teenagers on social media, and the second one is to explore the reason of using language impoliteness by teenagers on social media. For significance of the research, there are two significance. The first one is from theoretically, this study can develop knowledge about the theory of impoliteness in society, especially what is usually realized by teenagers, and for practically, this research can be a lesson for other researchers who want to develop things related to impoliteness. Okay, let's talk about review of related literature. The first one is theoretical background. Now, in this research, I use pragmatic as the core of the research because this research is not only talk about the language but also the context. And then I discuss about impoliteness and use the theory by Culpeper 1996, which is state that impoliteness is a negative attitude towards certain behavior that occur in certain contexts, whether it's verbal or non-verbal. And according to Culpeper 1996, there are 5 strategies of impoliteness. The first one is bound on record, and then positive impoliteness, negative impoliteness, mock impoliteness, and the last is withhold impoliteness. Now, in 2011, Culpeper restated that there are 4 functions of using impoliteness. The first one is coercive impoliteness, affective impoliteness, entertaining impoliteness, and the last is institutional impoliteness. And then I use social media as my subject of the research, which is Kaplan and Henlin 2010, state that social media is a collective of web-based programs known collectively as social media enable users to produce and share information. And teenagers is a time of human transition from children to adulthood. So the second point is conceptual framework. Now, in this research, I investigate the phenomena through pragmatic approach, and then I discuss about impoliteness and use the theory by Culpeper 1996 and write the title Teenagers' Impoliteness in the Digital Age and its Relation to Social Media. Now, after that, I found two important things. The first one is impoliteness strategies and the function of using impoliteness. And in this research, I use social media as the object of the research and teenagers as the subject of the research. Now, from the diagram, it can be seen that all of them are related to each other. Okay, let's talk about research design. Now, this research will use descriptive qualitative method, and this research will be carried out using discourse analysis to describe the analysis of impoliteness strategies used by teenagers on social media. And according to G. and Hartford 2013, discourse analysis is the study of language use, not just to go through something said, written, even, but to do something. For source of the data is taken from several popular social media in the world like Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And the social media also includes with column comment that can show the opinion of other people. In this research, I use commentary as the source of the data because it is written material. Now, there are 7 procedures of collecting the data in this research. The first one is searching or looking for impoliteness comment on social media. After that, analyzing the comment about impoliteness, and then understanding the comment by read the comment carefully, and then identifying. This process will determine which belong to impoliteness strategies, and then classifying. This process will separate the comment into a specific category, and then describing. This process will describe the comment that belong to impoliteness, and the last is conclude and explain the data that is classified as impoliteness. For techniques of the data analysis, the data analysis process will be carried out based on the data analysis model proposed by Miles Huberman and Saldana 2014, which consists of 3 parts. The first one is data condensation. Data condensation includes the process of selecting comment by teenagers on social media. After that, data display. In this step, the data is compiled based on the ratings of teenagers on social media. And the last is drawing conclusion. At this stage, I will verify and conclude the result of the research related to the problem being studied. And yeah, I come to the last of my presentation. I cannot mention all of them, but here are some references that I'm used in this research. Okay, that's all my presentation. Thanks for the attention. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.